Can I tell you one quick story about musical talent?
Most definitely.
Another friend of mine, when I was a kid, lived about a half a block away. Kenny Langosh was his name. And I took piano lessons for about 3 years. And my parents said, "Boy, are you good." And I would play at school plays, diddly-do, you know. One day I'm going down to call my friend Ken, and I hear this beautiful piano music. And he comes out, I said, "What'd you have on the radio?" Oh, he said, "That was me. I've taken lessons for 6 months." I went home that day and I told my mother I quit. No way was I as talented as, and he played with the Cincinnati Symphony. He was a very talented musician.
Wow.
But the difference is so obvious. I can play the piano very little bit, but it was obvious I'm wasting my time. I'm not going to go anyplace as a musician, you know.
Wow.
But I'll never forget that, the day listening to him. It was just beautiful, and he was very, very good at it.
Do you remember when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor? And can you tell
Exactly what I was doing.
and tell me a little bit
I was
about
listening
that?
to a Bears football game, and they interrupted and said, Pearl Harbor has just been attacked by the Japanese. And people, my father and I had an uncle in the room listening to the game, and they looked, "Where's Pearl Harbor?" We didn't know where it was at. So it came as a bit of a surprise, but I remember very distinctly that day what I was doing. Yeah.
What was the mood? Was it?
No one thought a lot of it. We
No.
didn't until it gradually dawned that we're at war with the Japanese. And of course, World War II was on at the time in Europe. And the Japanese were in China, and they'd been at war in China for some years by that time. But now this country was definitely involved.
What about after high school? What happened after you graduated?
When I graduated in 1944, I enlisted in the Navy. And when you just asked a question, did I know what I wanted to do in high school? When I was in the Navy, I had time to think, and I decided I wanted to become a doctor. Now, if I hadn't gone in the Navy, I probably would have been more into sports as I reflect on that time in my life.
Wow, that's
I had a
interesting.
shot to play college ball at DePaul in '44 if I wanted to go there, but I enlisted instead. If I went to DePaul, I would have a coach of some type, I'm sure.